Hey Cancer, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. I'm going to give you guys another general reading. I think, well, it was just your birthday, so bonus readings for you guys, one more bonus reading. And I think the one I did, apparently people are saying it's showing up slow motion on the last one I did when I was away. So I was away at a kind of a more remote area. I don't know what was going on with the download or whatever. So anyways, I feel called to give you guys a reading. Let's take a look here. Cancer, I hope you guys all had a great birthday. You're celebrating. These are general readings. Please keep that in mind. Only take messages that resonate for you. Leave the rest for others. If you do, if you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer them. You can contact me below in the description box. My email address is there to get in touch. Cancer, energy for the sign of Cancer. Let's take a look here. Let's see, what is going on with you guys? Two of Cups. We've got some love going on here. Oof, wow. Judgment. Some of you may feel very strong about the person you're with right now. It may feel soul tie, connection. You feel right about this. Maybe I spoke too soon. I don't know yet. Five of Cups came out. So there's something here. However, okay, one sec. Yeah. You can't be responsible here, Cancer, if you've decided to move on. If you're moving on, or even if the roles are reversed here, someone's decision to move on is their decision. If that is for you, and some of you may you might be feeling, sometimes when it might feel a little sorry for the other person, or you might feel like, but it is what it is. I feel like this is a pretty strong decision, judgment, and vice versa. If you're feeling left out, or you feel, because someone has made a decision to move on or has found love, try to be happy for them. Try to let somebody move in the direction that they need to, as you would like for you. Because there is a little bit of grief here, but that Fool card is there. And this is telling me that someone has made a decision to move on. They're not going to stay or hang on to or focus on, what could have been, or, the mishaps or the regrets. Somebody might have had regrets here, and it's like possibly too little too late. Closure is done. Closure, judgment. So I do think that some of you have moved on. You've really connected with a person here. It seems like there's a strong connection. Let's ask about that. Tell us about this connection. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, okay. So this is a connection. I feel that, conversation is everything. Some of you, it's like that saying, it doesn't matter how good looking or beautiful or handsome somebody is, if what comes out of their mouth, if you're not connecting, if there's this is what really turns you on about this person, is the fact that there's a bit of, I feel like there's a kind, like a gentleness. They're very friendly, but it's the conversation, it's the way they approached you, or what they said to you, or the way, it wasn't like a cheesy pickup line here. It was something that was genuine. A genuine offer came to you here, Cancer, that got you it got your attention. It got your emotions, your chemistry was coming from this encounter. Let me take a look at something else here. Queen of Wands. Eight of Cups. Sometimes the Queen of Wands can be this other person. So, and there's a walking away here, Eight of Cups, and that could be part of the Five of Cups, the Fool card. So there is something here that somebody came forward with, saying, listen, maybe we were friends, or maybe you were in touch, or something of this nature, but someone here has walked away, or that is part of the conversation. Maybe it's like, hey, I'm not comfortable, or somebody has to walk away. Eight of Cups. It's like your attention has to go to this person. In order for you to focus on this person, in order for the attention to remain focused, the walking away has to happen. And that could have been that 5 of Cups, the Fool. 2 of Wands, yeah. So there's the Judgment, there's the decision. So you made a decision. It's almost like when you met this person, Cancer, the first conversation, the way they approached you, what they said, it was the decision for you. It was the deciding factor that you knew. Maybe you guys had a very long, like passionate, not necessarily sexual, but a passionate conversation. It's like this person brought out something in you that you were like, I know that this is somebody that I want to pursue. This is the decision. This person's almost making up your mind, not for you, but because the way you're connecting. It's confirmation is what they're giving you. They're giving you a sense of you like what they have to offer you, even though in the beginning it's just conversation. It's just something about this connection gave you the confidence to move on, to choose a new path. So again, you've got 2 of Wands, the Fool. It's almost like by you moving forward and making this decision, it might actually encourage or help or set an example for the other person, the past person, to also do the same. Okay, you could have been staying connected, maybe friends or whatever. Somehow you were intertwining, and I feel like one person had to make a bold move. There could have been some codependency there. There's the 2 of Swords. Somebody had to make a decision here to say, you know what, I need to, when someone breaks that pattern, it feels like it encourages or it forces in a way for the other person that there's no other choice here. You're gonna have to move on as well. So I do like this energy, Cancer, for the fact that you're focused with that Queen of Wands, Judgment, 2 of Cups. This is what's on your mind. This is what's in your feelings. This is who you think about. This is what's driving your like the things that you're thinking about instead of thinking about the past person, this is now sort of the driving force, if you will, with that Queen of Wands. There's like, you have the desire and you want to go, you're thinking of this person, you want to go help them, or you want to go come up with ideas to show gestures, to keep that connection going, make an invite, do something. There's a big thing here about letting go, walking away, and starting fresh, especially when you meet someone new. And you know, I think that's the thing, you just know with this person. Okay. I don't love this energy, but 7 of Swords with the 5 of Wands. King of Cups. I feel like this is somebody here who, when the emotions come out, or somebody's emotions, it's almost like if they can't win, they get resentful. There's conflict here around, I feel like someone is saying, oh, it's like you don't get me, or you don't, but they're not really expressing their feelings in a healthy way, or it's almost like they don't want to take responsibility for their emotional, maybe outbursts or something, and then it forms, it almost like forms more conflict or resentment. I need to know what this is. King of Cups, who is this, or what's going on here? Yeah, the 10 of Wands. So there's a lot of emotional baggage, and the baggage is coming out in their projection, and it's causing conflict. I wouldn't be surprised if you are aware, or you're like this, you're not the only one that got caught up in this. There could have been other people, multiple people. This is a pattern that maybe this person has shown. They haven't dealt with their emotions yet. So they carry a lot of resentments. They carry a lot. They could be a little bit sneaky there. They may not be the most honest at times, or they kind of pull you into conflict. But unfortunately, they're the ones that are going to be carrying the burden of that in the end anyways. So it is, what's the healing advice? Healing advice is to sort through the emotions, I would say. But let me take a look here. Is there anything about clearing up any of this baggage, conflict, and resentment energy, negative energy, heavy energy? Move along. Chariot. There you are, Cancer. You're moving on. You take care of you. You move along. You've done this. It's just sort of reiterating or confirming that. So I think it's you that's made the move forward. You may have tried many, many times to, offer love, receive love, whatever that is, because the King of Cups can be very emotionally loving, but not when it comes with 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands. It feels like a lot of emotional heaviness, burdens, conflict. It's almost like that person was very, had a lot in their life, a lot on their plate, whether that was from the past or current. Somebody who's very stressed out and carries a lot of burdens or guilt or stress, and then it just exudes in their behavior, or it comes through. Like, if you're having a really bad day, you can kind of tell your mood's going to show that because you're having a bad moment. That's what's going on with this person. It seems like there's something that's affected them, bothers them. Maybe they have a lot of stress or trauma or things in their reality or their past or whatever, that they're in a lot of conflict, or it doesn't come out very lovingly, or it doesn't come out very attractively in their emotional take. So we're going to move on from that because the 10 of Wands is done. Chariot is you moving on. You've definitely made a clear decision that you feel works for you. Again, by you moving on, it might actually help this other individual deal with, maybe they have the regret, 5 of Cups. Maybe they're the ones that are like, another one bites, another one, went down. So there's something here that somebody's going to have to take a look at their path and make different choices. You might be instigating that. You might, because that judgment can be karmic with the 2 of Cups. Like, even though you found that in this new person, I feel like, we meet people for karmic reasons, to teach lessons, to create healing. Even though sometimes you might have had to have gone through the difficult parts of this, it's also difficult for the other person who hasn't done their healing. Chariot. That's you. So you're on the right path here, Cancer. You definitely have your courage in place, your confidence in place. You've made this bold move. I think this conversation, it started with that, and this conversation is however this person offered you, however they presented themselves, what they said has really got you willing to act, got you willing to respond, got you in this place of like, how can I get myself more involved? Or 8 of Swords, the High Priestess. You don't second guess yourself anymore here, Cancer. Okay, so this person of the past may have taught you a lesson where maybe you were always feeling like it was your fault, or there could have been some gaslighting going on there. There could have been something there that made you feel like, what's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? Or how am I going to get myself out of this? The thing is that you got yourself out, and this other person that you connect with seems to, it's almost like trust your intuition. It's almost like they're saying to you, Cancer, like, do what you feel, like, be yourself. Listen to what you need, share what you want. It's somebody that's more open, that's free, and accepts you, or welcomes you rather, versus I feel like you knew all along, and I feel like you're very in touch for the most part with your intuition, with the knowing, but somehow something may not have served you purpose, or something didn't serve you. It created more stress than anything, but I think you got yourself in a place where you're like, and I think that there's certain things that, for whatever reason, I don't know if this is going into the next relationship, but there might be things that At this time, I wouldn't rush yourself in expressing everything. You might have a few things on your mind that are kind of like sitting there and you're like, when do I tell this person? When do I tell this person? You might be okay right now holding on to the information that you know. When the timing is right, when you arrive at that place in your connection, then maybe you can share. You may also feel very comfortable with this person that they allow you to share things that you wouldn't normally share as well. So that could be the case as well. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, Cancer. I wanna wish you guys a great day. Thanks again, and I will see you soon. Take care.